You're not behind in life, you're measuring the wrong things. The feeling of being behind is incredibly powerful. It appears when you compare timelines, when you observe someone else's success, when milestones seem delayed. The assumption is simple: if others are ahead, I must be behind. This assumption depends entirely on what is being measured. So, visible versus invisible progress. Most people measure visible outcomes as income, job title, public recognition, audience size. These are outcome metrics. They are delayed indicators. They reflect past structure, not present effort. Invisible progress includes skill development, systems built, habits formed, mental resilience, clarity of direction. These are foundational assets and they are leading indicators. Foundations compound quietly. They're, they're, they're not dramatic, right? Learning consistently does not look impressive. Improving discipline quietly does not attract attention. Building structure is rarely celebrated. Yet these assets compound. Skill depth increases optionality. Consistency builds trust. Structure reduces volatility. When outcomes finally appear, they seem sudden. They are not sudden, they are accumulated. And here's the danger of improper metrics. If you measure yourself only by visible outcomes, you risk discouragement, impatience, abandoning long term plans. You may quit during the phase where foundations are forming, and that is often the most critical phase. Growth is non linear, results lag behind effort. So we need to reframe the evaluation, right? Instead of asking, am I ahead or am I behind? We should ask, what assets am I building? Assets include skills, relationships, knowledge, systems, reputation, consistency. These determine future outcomes more reliably than short term wins. Progress is better measured by trajectory than position. Position is static, trajectory is directional. If your systems are improving, your skills are deepening, and your structure is strengthening, you're not behind, you are building. Right, that's wonderful to hear. The feeling of being behind often arises from measuring the wrong variables, right? Comparing ourselves to others, right? When they are on different paths and different paces with different circumstances, right? Even you yourself, someone may look at you and feel like they're behind, whilst you feel like you're behind. That's why, for example, in Islam, it is said that you should look at those below you to be grateful for what you have and help those in need, and not look above you with envy or jealousy. So we need to shift our metrics, evaluate our foundations, and allow time to compound what we are building. Progress is not always visible, but it is often structural. Yeah, thank you.